Hello, and welcome to Agora's Bells with a special one-shot tonight. We will be taking a break from D&D 5e and playing a little Shadow of the Demon Lord. Quick disclaimer, we have worked out some of the more problematic
savory.
bits. Yeah, the less savory bits of the book to make sure that it's a safe environment for everyone. So that work has been done, but tonight we are going to jump into a one-shot where that takes place the same night as the last episode of Canon Agora's Bells. So, I'm going to read us a quick intro, and then we will describe our characters. So, the day is Salon the 25th. This is the same night as the last episode of Agora's Bells, when the Chaos Storm happened. We find the party in the golden city of Maywood, on the continent of Albion. The tiered city with 3 distinct levels shines in the night sky. There is a large castle that sits atop the central cliff in the center of the city. It kind of blots out a bit of the moonlight. Our party sits in the outer ring, in an underground tavern named the Jagged Inn. The crowd densely packed, the song jolly, and the liquor strong. The party has been waiting for days to fulfill a contract they've taken up with the guild called the Watchers. The party's growing a little impatient as they wait, as the leader of the Watchers continuously tells them, "Tonight's not the night, we'll have to wait for another day." So, the party has had about 5 days to get to know each other in this time, so they're not total strangers anymore. Why don't we go ahead and do some character descriptions here as we sit inside of the Jagged Inn tonight? Who wants to kick us off? All right.
I can go.
Someone
Someone raise a hand. Sorry.
You go. No, go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine.
Lucy, go ahead.
Okay, I'm playing Siobhan Lightsbane. She's a human woman, about 35. Fairly tall, quite broad. Dark hair, eerily bright eyes. She's wearing battered leathers with the thick fur ruff, and she has a big-ass sword with her at all times. She's pretty, but in kind of a rough and tumble kind of way, and she does look like she would kick your ass in an arm wrestling match.
Great. Alex, you want to go now?
Sorry, I'm over here cheering for a muscle mommy when I see. Okay, so it's sitting, like, kind of leaning back in a chair, in the way that it's, like, balancing on 2 legs and rocking it back and forth. Flipping between his large sausage-like fingers is this gray-skinned, bald man. He's got tattoos all over the place. He's big. He's, like, 7.5 feet tall, built like a truck. And he's flipping this straight razor between his hands, and he's puffing on a cigar and runs a hand across his bald head. This is Orion Darn. He is the younger brother of a certain Goliath known as Well Damn. O'Darn is his younger brother, trying to earn his older brother's affections and hoping so by completing this contract for his brother's employer could then work his way up that ladder and become the barber for the group.
Thank you so much. Abby, Sam, which one of y'all would like to go?
Sam, you want to go?
Sure. So I suppose sitting at a table, probably nearby Odam, is Trinket Gristlegums, who is a very pale human woman in her early 30s. I say weirdly pale because it's almost like her skin has almost a luminescent, not quite natural glow to it. She's got long black hair and really vibrant dark blue eyes, and she would be very pretty if she was not absolutely disgustingly filthy. She's got just lots of dirt all over her. There's twigs and stuff in her hair. Her clothes are matted and muddy, and she's scribbling in what looks like a big, almost very tropey storybook looking journal.
Fantastic. Abby, go ahead.
I am playing Yvette Dupont, who is the only elf in the group, and Yvette has very pale skin and long dark hair that comes down in curls down to her waist, and matching dark brown eyes as well. She is very stereotypically pretty and is not afraid to use it to her benefit. She is always wearing something that's very flowy, but hugs in all the right places, and is a little more revealing than most people would wear. But she's at the bar trying to chat up someone to get some free booze.
Sounds good. As you are all going about your evening, through the door walks a handsome tiefling trailed by a large Goliath man. The tiefling's jaw is as sharp as the blades at his hip. As he walks through the door, he promptly takes off an oversized heavy coat. It has patches of snow that have been stuck on it, and he is eternally shivering. He is clearly shaken to the bone. The large Goliath man kind of... An unheard joke is made at the tiefling's expense about his tolerance for cold as they walk in, and well, damn, the Goliath is laughing at Taunt Tenderlev.
As they enter, oh darn, like fixes the chair, puts the straight razor away, straightens up, crosses the hands, and is hello, brother.
Well, damn probably walks right over to you, and he kind of gives you a hug. He's like, well, damn, it's good to see you.
Oh darn, he's going to see you, mate.
He kind of like claps you on the shoulders. He'd be like, Mom, Dad would be proud of you, and he kind of shakes you a little.
Oh, yeah, so good to hear, bruv. So here's the crew I gathered together for this little heist we're planning.
He looks around at this packed tavern. He looks over to the people you point out. He's like, it's quite a crew. The boss will be happy. And he kind of pats you and walks off to the bar.
As he's walking away, he just kind of trails off. What's the boss's problem?
So as the person who hired you is Ton, and he kind of walks over to the table, and eventually you all kind of make your way over. And he has a few...
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Oh, as soon as... we all know who Ton is, right?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. So as soon as Yvette sees Ton, and she immediately stops talking to whatever loser she was talking to at the bar with her free drink in hand, and comes over to the table. Oh, Ton, you're here.
Yes. Tired of the winter. How are you, Yvette? It's good to see you.
Oh, always a pleasure. I'm doing well. You seem cold. Do you need some warmth?
I wouldn't say no.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
I kick my muddy boots up on the table very loudly, cross my arms.
That sounds good. I look forward to our conversation. Anyways, and he has a few mugs laid out in front of you. And he seems like a little aloof until he sits down in front of you, and he almost immediately goes into business mode as he now sees who's in front of him. Go ahead.
And during all of this, oh darn is just typical like new guy kiss ass, like, oh yeah, whatever you say, boss, we're on it. Whatever you want, boss. You're the best, boss. You're the greatest.
He's just taking this in stride as he is used to pretty much all of the events that has happened since he walked through the door happening. And he kind of sits down at the other side and he looks over at all of you over his mug nonchalantly. And it's almost a whisper, and he says, today's the day. You're in luck. And he takes a long sip of his mug.
That's awesome! What day?
This day. And he points outside, and as he says this, there is a crash of red lightning that impacts the ground, and you hear chaos outside as people begin screaming and running for different areas of the city. And he says, this is the perfect backdrop to stealing the skull of Otikis. Follow me.
Oh darn, mate.
Well, damn kind of gives you oh darn like another quick handshake, and he's like, hey, you secure this and you're in for good, brother.
It's been my lifelong dream to be a barber for your syndicate, brother. I won't let you down.
So if you do, if you follow, Ton kind of leads you up the stairs outside into the chaos, and he kind of takes a big stretch, and he's like, isn't this marvelous? And he kind of just stretches for a while as people are running around.
Trinket very sincerely is like, oh yeah, this is lovely weather today. I like it. It's so much different than it normally is around here.
So he basically begins leading you through the streets unless anyone wants to do anything in the meantime, which is totally cool. Just let me know before we get to the place we're going.
Nope. Just like big excited eyes watching the chaos around like I'm a fucking tourist somewhere. Like, oh, neat!
Oh, look, there's the big bolt of red lightning. Oh,
Siobhan's eyes are straight ahead. This does not bother her, or she does not notice this.
Little parasol delicately held above Yvette's head.
Just a little rain.
Oh darn is like determined, but you can tell he's like a little fidgety, nervous, because he's got the straight razor that he also uses as like one of his weapons. Just kind of open it, close it, open, close. Yeah, the very like it's like the guy playing with the Zippo who's very much a fidgety person, basically me.
As you are all, going about the quirks of your character and their mannerisms, you all kind of have your eyes on Ton as he walks ahead. It's almost like he has a skill or a knack for being lucky, as lightning crashes within inches of him, and he just kind of keeps walking through it as if nothing has happened. He turns around and he says, "Everyone will be too busy to realize it's gone, especially the Archmage." And he just gives this little toothy smile to you. So you continue running through the streets. Every once in a while, Ton does stop to kill one of the these undead horrors that are being crashed down in this column of lightning. They're chasing townsfolk. Every once in a while, he does stop to flick a dagger towards someone. You get the idea that he's choosing who he does this to because of maybe they're under his protection or maybe they're part of his guild. But he does let some pass as he is not concerned about everyone. So he leads you pointedly through the streets, and you eventually stop in front of a thatch house. He points to the house, and there's 2 town guards outside who are armed and ready to defend what is ever inside at all costs. Ton looks to you all. He says, "Retrieve me the skull of Otikis, and never worry about coin again. Meet me in the 2nd district when you're done. I have other obligations on this day." And he smiles, and he opens up his jacket, and he gives you all a health potion.
Yes.
Good luck.
Hooray!
Do we know where our target is and how we're supposed to get there?
Nope, he just told you that it's in this house.
All right, so we're going to find this place, and then we're going to do what I do best. We're going to burgle the joint. We're going to make off with the booty, and then we're going to report back to the boss.
Yes, I believe that was exactly the plan that Ton just told us.
Yeah, we're just reviewing the plan, right?
Hmm.
Not really a plan.
Yeah, yeah. Those were the instructions. A plan would be how to tackle the instructions.
Well, then we should probably go find this house, huh?
Hmm.
Aren't we standing
Well,
in
I
front
thought we
of
were in
it?
front of a house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yvette
well,
will just turn and gesture her hand.
oh darn, also.
We're here!
Intelligence
Found
is
it.
also oh darn's dumb stat. Don't mind him.
How burly are these guards? Do I think I could take them?
If this was 5th edition, they'd probably be pretty weak, but who knows in Shadow of the Demon Lord?
That's not helpful.
Well, I don't know either.
What's the
Don't
building look
understand.
like? Like it's a house. Do we just see the one entrance right now with the guards? Is there a way we can sort of do a perimeter check?
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check, because that's still a thing in this game.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So you just roll a d20 and then add your perception stat.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, 18 on the die, and I think all DCs are 10 in this game, right?
Correct.
Like,
Yep.
essentially.
Yep. So just for the audience, pretty much every DC is 10, and you can take boons or banes, which are an extra d6, depending on how difficult something is. This was a pretty easy one, so it doesn't need any banes. So Trinket, you kind of scale around like the side of the house while everyone's talking, and you don't know why they're talking so
I just
loud.
like wander off. I'll
Yeah.
like stoop to pick up like a spider if I find one. I'm like, I'm saving that for later.
So you
and
pick
stick
up a
it in
little
my hair.
spider. Yeah. Pick up a little spider. You kind of nonchalantly look over, and you do see a window in the back of the
Ooh.
house. I like the fact that Trinket just kind of stumbled upon that. She's like, oh, look at that, the way in.
Oh, hey.
Oh darn! Sees Trinket pick up the spider. Oh, Bonnie lass, I know we haven't known each other very long, but I'm not one to judge someone else's peculiarities. But what's with the spider in the hair? Is that like some sort of neat trick? Is that a spellcaster thing?
No, I mean, I just figured we might I might get a little hungry later or something.
Oi, what?
Oh, there's a window over here, by the way. I just point.
I look over towards the window. Wait, but you eat spiders?
Well, and beetles or ants or caterpillars or pretty much anything that I can find.
How big is the window and how far away are the guards?
We're just ignoring the bug thing. The guards are about 60 feet away. They are talking about something with hushed voices to themselves, and the
It's
window.
loud, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I walk up and I smash the window.
Okay. You just kind of time it with the lightning, and you just kind of push the rock through it or whatever you're using, and it breaks
I
easy
take
enough.
the butt of my sword and I just.
Yeah, it breaks
my-
easy enough.
Lucy's subjecting me to my own antics.
Yes, suffer. Suffer as I have suffered.
As Yvette sees this happening, she looks very disgruntled. Like she was fixing herself up. You could tell she was about to go try to sweet talk her way past the guards. And
And you just look over the window's
the
glass. As you
Boy,
are
we
kind of
probably
making your
could.
way past the guards, you do overhear their conversation. And they say, well, this was just an awful day for a chaos storm. General Claymore's still on the hunt for those idiots, and he's not even here to rally the guards. I have no idea what to do. I guess we'll just stay put in front of the Archmage's house. The other one looks over. He's like, yep, that was an order from your commander. We'll just stay here.
I would like to use assassinate.
Are you really?
Hey, we're criminals. Like,
I'm ignoring
Fuck
this
the
shit. I
cops.
bat the glass out of the rest of the frame with the gloved hand and climb through the window. Fuck this.
Okay. Are you actually going to assassinate the guards?
I thought like we already like hopped inside. There were like more guards walking around.
No, that's just what you heard when you
yeah,
walked
but
by.
before we go in, like
Mhm.
right outside the window, I would like to use sense magic. Within 15 feet of me, are there any ongoing magical effects?
Yes, there are. You sent something through one of the walls in the house, and the mirror in the bedroom is a magical item.
Okay.
But the guards aren't magical.
Before I go in, I'm gonna just go ahead and spell my sword.
I'm just gonna get my weapons ready. I'm gonna pull out my straight razor and my axe, my battle axe.
You all arm yourselves. And yes, that was a Hamilton quote. I've been watching it way too much.
That's very relatable.
Yeah, mood.
You kind of duck into the windows, and it is just
Oh, that's why they said Alexander. I thought they were
Yeah.
talking to me. I'm like, what did I do?
it's a very normal house for someone who is supposed to be an archmage. Most of you can put together this might be an Order of the Weave's member's house. It's very, very casual. It's just there's a kitchen, there's a bedroom, there's a living area, and that's really it. You can take some time to search around, or you could go check out the magical item that Yvette found.
Yes, I would like to do that. How big is this mirror?
It is a floor-to-ceiling mirror, so it is very
so
tall.
not a hand mirror.
No, it is not.
Yeah, I'd like to inspect that.
Okay. Just go ahead and make an intellect check. So a d20 plus your intellect.
Okay.
I should probably have a character sheet up so I know what I'm talking about.
Nah. It's
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Yep. Again, the DC's 10. So with that, Yvette is able to find out what is going on. This mirror is its own pocket dimension. And as you kind of examine it, you think that, in fact, you kind of put your hand up to it for a second, and your hand kind of passes through without really trying. And it doesn't hurt you or anything. It feels safe.
I kind of want to just like poke my face in just to see
Okay.
what's in there, look
Sure.
around.
Yep, you poke your face in, and you see the foyer of an eccentric mansion. Perhaps something that wouldn't be allowed inside of the city walls, but maybe something an archmage could conjure herself.
maybe we should look in here for this skull. It seems like a better place to hide things.
Well, I don't spend a whole lot of time in mirrors, but
I can tell.
you want us to walk inside that?
Yes.
I'm like going over and just putting my hand in and out.
No.
Now that I've seen Yvette do it and it was okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw
Dipsy.
like an object through it, see if like anything happens.
Fine.
Yeah, you get out like a little, like a bronze coin or copper coin, whatever, and you throw
Yeah,
it through.
like something like
Mhm.
a Fifi type person would use.
Yeah, it clatters on the other side quietly. Not enough to alert anyone, but yeah, you hear some sound. It's fine. It doesn't vaporize.
I walk through the mirror.
Yep. Yvette sighs, rolls her eyes, and walks through.
Okay. You kind of all leave O'Darn in the dust to his own devices.
Wait for me!
Let me bring up the right set of notes.
I jump through the mirror. I'm all like scared of going through the mirror.
All right.
Aw.
Look, I don't trust Chris portals ever since he accidentally not accidentally, but ever since he sent me to the
Just
Shadow
into the
Belt.
Shadowfell.
I mean, that seems fair. You walk into this elaborate foyer. There's a double set of stairs with these white silk strands hanging off the banisters. It's a very beautiful area. There is a room on your left, and you see a long oak table in a dining room, and you see a young half-elven woman. She is setting the table right now. She doesn't seem to be alerted to your presence. Off the side of that is another door where you can smell all these great smells of brisket and meats, and you can assume that's probably the kitchen. And then there is a staircase down as well ahead of you, but nobody is really in the foyer.
Question.
Mhm.
If I wanted to if for some reason we wanted to get a hold of this half elf without being detected,
Mhm.
if I wanted to use my assassinate feature, could I do it where I don't lethally deal damage, but instead just knock her out when I use when I would deal as much damage as her hit point as her health?
Yeah, I'd say you could knock her out.
Okay. So that I'm gonna put that on the table. We
Okay.
don't want to get the skull. If we want to talk to her or something, be like, hey, yo, where's the skull? See who she is. Is she important?
Well, whatever you think is best.
How's she dressed?
She is dressed in simple brown clothes. She seems to be a server or some sort of like a house aide. I don't like the word servant, but a paid employee of this manor.
Yo, I'm thinking we knock the Bonnie lass out. That way, no witnesses. It's always important, no witnesses. Old brother told me a story about some hooligans who got in a scuffle and then, they left one too many witnesses. So now there's a price on that guy's head from the general.
Neat.
Was that just your own story?
No, that was the wrong turns.
I remember how we
Yeah.
have a price on our heads now.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I don't. Everybody else does.
Yeah, Vern is fine.
Brent's fine.
Yes, I think that knocking her unconscious would be the best course of action right now.
Yes, assassinate. I've been waiting all game to use it.
It's been 38 minutes, Alex.
Look, it's a new system.
I know.
I love roleplay as much as the next guy, but
So,
I can instantly knock a person out. That's cool.
that is very cool. Oh darn! As you approach her, and the four of you are having this conversation, you notice that she finishes setting the table, and then she immediately begins tearing it down again. She begins unsetting the table as you walk up to assassinate her.
Weird. But yeah, I'm still gonna do it just because I don't know if if she sees someone, she goes, "Meh, meh."
Yep. Okay,
So I
so
make an
you make a
attack.
strength challenge. You make an attack,
Yeah.
and I must make a strength challenge roll. Okay.
Right. I got a 20, 30, 20. I don't know if crits matter in this system.
They do not.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
you
they
don't
make
even
that
have
more-
to roll, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's just a strength challenge roll. She rolled a 6, and it is a DC 10, like everything. So you walk up, and if you'd like to describe how you knock her out, you may. If not,
So-
she is unconscious.
So I kind of creep into the dining room, duck behind like a tapestry hanging on the wall when she's like would be facing me, and I wait for her to turn around again, and like kind of like I quickly do like this tumble and jump up and just conquer on upside the head with the blunt end of my axe, and she's out.
Yeah, you kind of catch her so there's not like a loud noise, and you kind of lay her into the corner.
And like before I do it, I'm just like, "Oi, I'm sorry, Bonnie lass."
And you kind of lay her down. You do hear noise in the kitchen to your right still, but you look at the table and it is, it is pretty much set.
Bon appetit.
Is there any food, or is it just tableware?
No food yet. You smell it from the kitchen, but nothing on the table.
I'm gonna not go in. I just want to peek around the corner into the kitchen.
Okay. You watch as there is a rotund male chef human with a dark mustache and a bald head, and he's sitting there. He's frying up some brisket in a pan. And you watch as he burns the brisket, throws it in the trash, and then gets out another one and continuously just starts cooking until eventually he burns that brisket as well.
Okay, I don't like that.
Yep.
So
But it's not my
like
business.
everything here is in a loop.
That's what it seems like.
Is it clean in here? Is there dust or anything?
Yeah, it's pretty dusty except exactly where he is standing.
So it doesn't look like people come here often, except for the people we've encountered already.
Correct.
Well, this smells like a trap. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, did we notice like if there was dust in the other rooms that we've been through as well?
The foyer does not have dust in it, but the kitchen where Odar knocked out the server does.
Okay.
What do I know about this skull thingy that we're trying to get?
Yeah, I can just tell y'all. It doesn't really matter. Otikis is the only mortal who has ever killed a god, and this is his skull.
Ooh.
So.
That's
Neat.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Is that just trinkets? Neat.
Neat.
Trinket just takes everything at face value. Just cool.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. I'm gonna start so since the only witness is out, I'm gonna start casing the joint, looking for stuff, ransacking the house.
Same.
Look, keys, levers, pulleys,
Bugs.
seat doors,
Bugs. Everyone who wants to make a perception check.
and anytime I find a bug, I give it the trinket.
That seems fair.
All right.
I got a 20, and I'm specifically looking for valuable things.
Okay.
I had a 17.
Got a 15.
All right.
I'm specifically looking for stuff that's pertinent to this mission.
Okay. We'll start with Yvette. Yvette, you find quite a few valuable things. All of the dinnerware is is real gold laced in it. It's kind of like an opal like spoon handle with gold laced around it. So you think this would probably be pretty valuable, and there's a lot of silverware here. You also find that the server was wearing, the one that Odarn knocked unconscious, is wearing a very beautiful emerald pendant around her neck.
Want
So you kind of undo it and take it.
yoink the pendant. Honestly, anytime my Yvette passes something valuable, she's just gonna be stuffing it in her bag.
Sounds good. I'll keep you updated.
As long as it is small enough to fit in a bag. If it's too big, she's not gonna bother.
All right. Yeah, you get an emerald pendant for now.
And like as I'm looking for stuff and I see Yvette's taking her time to grab the valuables. Oi, Yvette, the boss told us we came here for one thing. We're not trying to, bankrupt the joint.
I mean, we're already here to steal stuff. It wouldn't make any sense not to treat ourselves while we're here.
And the more we take, the less they know what we are specifically here for.
All
That's a
right,
good
I
point.
like this cover story idea, but what if then they just think we came for the jewels and no one knows we stole the skull? How are we
Then
supposed to be
that's good.
remembered?
If you are a thief and you are remembered for it, you're doing a very bad job.
Wait, but you want to be like the legendary thieves, right?
Well,
Like,
after you're dead, my friend.
The longer that I can stay invisible, the better.
all right, fine.
All right. Saban, is that how you say it? What were you looking for with your perception check?
The skull.
Okay.
Any cool shit I can steal.
The skull is not here. Any cool shit you can steal? Again, the silverware is looking really nice. It's
I
great.
like sharp things more than shiny things.
Oh, there's sharp knives.
Hell yeah.
I'll say, also, why not? It's a one shot. Over the hearth, you also find a sword that lets you cast that spell you wanted to cast before the game started. There you go.
Fuck yes!
Congratulations, one time a day. Use it wisely. And then, oh darn, you were looking for...
I was looking for anything pertinent to the heist. Levers, switches, keys, secret doors, like the kind of stuff that you look for when burgling a joint.
So you're kind of in the foyer. Your search leads you back to the foyer. And you do see on the left side, underneath one of the staircases, is a small little button that kind of imprints into the stone.
I'm going to gesture for my party members to join me over here. All right, friends, you think I find something over here? Looks like a little didgeridoo, doodad type thing that's going to open up a secret door, possibly. I'm going to press it.
Neat. I want to see what happens.
Press the button.
Okay.
I step back.
I lean forward.
You press the button, and the staircase that was going down into the basement, it actually moves over and shifts slightly into like a new track almost, as it kind of spins like in a 180 degree like turn, and it now leads into a new basement area.
Someone remind me when I get my own place, I want one of those.
It's really not that great. They just get confusing after a while.
Oh, I
Anyway,
guess the
let's head
skull
down.
is down here. How far down does it seem to go? Can we see?
Yeah, it's only like 20 steps. It's pretty short.
Okay, as we're going down, just real quick, I guess I'll expend a casting of life sense, which lets me sense if there's any living creatures in an area in a
Cool.
5-yard radius centered on a point within my space. So I'll just sort of like plop it down ahead
Sure.
and see if I sense anybody.
You sense 2 living individuals at the bottom. The hallway kind of L's at the bottom, and you sense 2 individuals in the other room.
Okay, I'll be like, oh, well, I think we've made 2 new friends. Or we might, I don't know. Let's go find out.
Pull out my sword.
I get my weapons ready.
So you kind of round the corner, and as you round it, you see an individual, gruff-looking male. He has a handlebar mustache and a key ring around his shoulder. He's sitting at a desk, and he is writing on a piece of parchment. You notice the parchment is just littered with ink over and over, and he's etching into this piece of paper in a continuous loop like you've seen other people doing, but he's ground this parchment so thin it's actually writing on the desk underneath of the paper now.
I want to test something.
Yeah, sure.
I walk right up to him, stand right in front of him.
He
Any
does
reaction?
not flinch, no.
Great.
As you're doing it, wait, don't do that, or go.
Is it possible to make out what he's writing? Or is it just like written on top of each other so much?
It is written on top of each other a lot. I will say go ahead and roll an intellect check, but make it with 2 banes. So that means roll 2d6 and take the highest. And
Take the
subtract.
highest and subtract it.
Yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah.
9.
Okay, so it's illegible at this point. It's ground into the desk. I will say that you do make out several like words, and it says something about a prisoner, and then something about custody, and then the last the word hail.
I'm gonna slip those keys off of his shoulder then.
Trinket,
Like very
it's-
deftly. Just
yeah. Trinket, it's at this point when you realize there's another individual in the room with your spell up. There is an individual behind one of the little makeshift jail cells that are now present to you all down here.
But we can't see into them right now, right?
You can see into him.
Oh, okay. I would like to look that way and see what I can tell.
Yeah, there's like 6 jail cells. You kind of look through them all. You find a few bugs. But the thing that stands out the most to you is there is an individual laying in one. And he kind of, as he sees you, he kind of runs up to the bars, clearly not in a loop. And he's like, "Are you stuck too? Can you get me out of here?"
Who are you?
My name is Cade.
Hello, I'm Trinket.
How's he look? What's the vibe
It's
here?
a pleasure.
What's the vibe? Vibe check.
Vibe check. He
It's a natural 20 on my vibe check.
Okay. He is. He's been down here a little while. He's pretty skin and bones. He has. He's very thin. He has like slicked hair, black to one side. He has His eyes kind of change color the more you look at him. They kind of flicker to a red, and then like a black, and then like just a soft brown. And he has this smile that is, in his condition, he should not be smiling, right? He's basically starving in a jail cell. But as he smiles at you, it's almost infectious, but it's a little eerie at the same time. It's this wide
Fuck
smile.
that shit. He stays in the box.
We could potentially help you, but what's the reason to?
Well, what do you want? I've been stuck here for days. I'll do anything. What do you want?
That will turn back to the party. Anything?
I have a history in my life. I've worked with some shady individuals before. I know the kinds of people who tend to end up in cells like this. Do I recognize any of the typical tells of what sort of criminal he might have been, what he may have done to get him locked up like this? Any scarring, calluses, tattoos?
Honestly, not really. He does have a tattoo. It's just of the sun, and it's on his forearm. And he really doesn't look calloused. He doesn't look like slashes, no scars. He's a pretty young guy. He's probably 20s human.
Is he thin in a way that suggests he's always been kind of wiry, or thin in the way this is a person who lost a lot of muscle mass really fast?
No, he's always been pretty skinny, but this is he's still his ribs are poking out a little bit.
Well, I don't trust this man at all.
How do you know that you've been trapped down here for days when everything is like just stuck in a loop again and again and again and again and again?
Well, I've been keeping track of the times that guy writes in one day, and he writes the same thing every day, and then I just multiplied that by the amount of times he's done it, and that's how many days I've been here.
Who feeds
How
you?
do you know where a day ends? Trinket's like galaxy braining.
No
All
one.
right, look.
That's the problem. I need to get out of here. I'm starving. I've been here
Well,
for
how long have
17
they been
days.
in the loop?
Here, I'll like reach into my hair and like pull a beetle out.
He shrugs. He eats it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
All right, look, mate. I can get you out of here.
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
great.
twirl the ring.
How long have you been in this loop?
17 days.
And you're not dead yet.
Not yet.
How'd you end up in the loop? Were they always looping, or did this happen after you got here?
This happened after I got here. The Archmage, Elise Motai, she found me outside of her house. I was just passing by the back alley. My dog had ran away, but she thought I was trying to break in her back window, and so she put me down here. And I
You
swear I
allowed to
didn't
leave
do
him?
anything.
Is he bullshitting?
Make a will check.
Yeah.
I'd say both of you take 2 Banes as well. So
Oh,
roll a
shit.
d6 and
Woof.
take your the highest one on that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
this check.
no, that's an 8. I'm not gonna pass.
Nope. It's a -1.
He's extremely hard to read. It's this smile. He's smiling at you to disarm you purposely. I'll say you got that at least, but you can't tell if he's telling you the truth or not.
I don't trust him.
I swear I'll try to prove it.
All right, mate. No, say no more. Oh, Lord Darn is gonna get you out of here.
No, at least not yet.
Look at the poor bugger. He's starving.
If we get
Well,
him
you
out,
just
it will
want-
be as we leave.
Look, I mean, we can bring him out, and if he misbehaves, I'll just fill his stomach full of maggots.
I don't
Boy, that's
understand
dark.
what the problem is.
The problem with bringing him out or the maggots?
That one.
You wouldn't like the way I do it.
Ooh. Well, now I'm curious.
Oi, we are not going to be putting maggots in anybody's bellies, all right? Look, let's just let the poor bugger out. He don't do nothing wrong.
I
Yes.
really
You
haven't.
Keep an eye on him. Maybe, do you know where they keep important things here?
I have a guess. I've seen where the Archmage goes when she comes.
Well,
I
that's
have a bad
useful.
feeling. I have a bad feeling that as soon as we turn our backs on him, he might, put
Then
an
he can
eye
go in
on-
front.
Again, maggots.
Oi,
Maggots.
You raise a valid point.
look, if the blighter makes a move, I'll have him use a straight razor across his neck faster than you can say crumpet ankle, all right?
Crumbled ankle.
See? I'm like, I'm just like barely, I'm still flipping it open.
I can also tell you that the Archmage talks about something called the Clockwork Maiden. I don't know, but that's what she talks about, and it apparently
Cool.
lives in here. So I'd be really careful.
Ooh.
All right, and where's the Archmage usually like hanging out? Where can we usually find her so we can, avoid her spicy gaze?
Oh, she won't be. I don't think she'll be here. She very rarely comes here. She's always at that tower studying.
Oh, excellent.
And that's probably where the important objects are, right?
Well, I don't know. I've seen her walk into a hall
Well,
down
you
a
just
hallway.
said you had
here.
an idea.
Oh yeah, I there might be more important items there, but there's some here as well. I know it.
All right, mate. I'm gonna get real close to the cell, like grab the bars, looking for the Scarlet Otikis.
Yeah, I've heard her talk about that.
Okay, do I believe him?
Make a will check with 2 Banes.
All right, this guy, I don't know if I like him anymore.
I will as well.
16.
I got a flat 10.
He's never heard of the Skull of Otikis.
I
Oi,
have
mate.
decided that I don't trust him.
Oi, friends, you smell that? I think I smell bullshit.
No, I swear. Okay, I haven't heard of the skull, but I can really show you where she keeps things. I know a path that she walked down.
Look, mate, I really want to let you out, but now you done O'Darn. You didn't O'Darn. You done me dirty. So now you might be starting to sing, oh darn, I did all Orion nasty turkey, mate. I say we leave him in the cell. No maggots in his belly, that's for sure, mate.
No, please don't. I just want to go home.
I start looking for other doors, like, where's
Okay,
Or-
I need Orion to make a perception check with 2 boons.
Yay, Orion. Let's go, O'Darn.
Come on, oh darn.
Oh, thank God I had a boon, because I think that's actually what put me over. Nope, 8.
Okay, never mind. You continue through the checking around the jail cell. There's no sign that anyone else has used the other 5 jail cells ever.
All right, we're going to step away from the jail cells, and I'm going to huddle up with the team. All right, my guess is that the Scarlet Otikis is with the Archmage in the Mage's Tower, right?
I mean, I'm not so sure. There must not be a lot of people who know about this little pocket dimension mirror. It's not something that I think would be typically allowed in city walls. It's probably
Oh.
something she'd want to keep secret.
It's very illegal.
I mean, I think if this guy has seen where the mage goes when she's around, it's worth at least letting him go. If we have him go first, then at least if there's any traps or pits or something like that, he can warn us.
Great idea. Yvette will turn back to her bag where she's been stuffing all those valuables, dig around a little bit, and pull out a leash.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, like, oi,
Spikes
mate.
on the collar and everything.
Oi, I'm kind of, I'm scared, but I'm also a little, I'm a fan.
I get it.
All right. Okay, so you're gonna let him out and chain him up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, listen up,
I,
here, buddy. We're letting you out on one condition.
Actually, I changed my mind. It's fine. You guys go on ahead. I'm okay here.
Nope, you're coming with us now.
I pull out my sword and I point it at him. This sword is almost as tall as I am,
Nice.
and it's made of completely black, like oily looking metal. And when the light catches it, right, it looks like it might be on fire.
Scary. He says, okay, oh darn, as you go to unlock him with the keys, you notice they are no longer at your belt, and that he has them in the cell.
That bugger.
He's like, all right,
Coupler on.
here I go. I'm just going to slowly unlock the gate.
So you definitely weren't trying to rob her. That's why you're such a good pickpocket.
Of course I was trying to rob her. All right.
Oi, mate, I know a fellow robber when I see one. All right, you just got the look in your eyes. It's that that desire to have things that aren't your own. I see it from a mile away.
Does he allow me to put the collar on him?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, I guess.
Um,
And what was your name again?
My name is Cade Hale.
Cade Hale.
I
Alright.
turn my sword a little bit so this ephemeral pale flame catches light, and I say, "You should know, I'm not a robber."
I am.
What are you? He just looks confused, if anything.
I don't think you want to find that out.
Well, I'm on this freaking chain. I don't have much of a choice. All right, where are we going, team? At least I'm not in the jail cell, I guess. And he kind of looks back.
I think we're going wherever you said you saw the Archmage go. And Trinket is like back by the guard, and you just sort of see she's like cutting a piece of his hair off and is putting it in her journal.
That's when I'm gonna like kind of give Trinket a little bit of the elbow and be like, "Oh, feed him a beetle. He kind of deserves it. He's playing along. We gotta, a little positive reinforcement."
I just gave him a beetle. I think I might have like a caterpillar
Oi,
somewhere.
can I get one?
Are you? Yeah, I mean, if you're hungry, hang on. like just sort of reaching around trying to find like a bug somewhere.
You find one.
Where you
Oh, here
roam?
you go. Oh, this one looks juicy. Here you go.
I'm gonna just like, I eat it.
Jesus.
I've done some desperate things before when I've been hungry, but this is a bit far.
Look, it's actually not that bad. Some
Yeah.
places of the world, like over in Todos, they deep fry them and cover them in chocolate.
They're super good for
Fish
you,
them off
actually.
people's hair.
Oh, well, but I mean, that's just, so I can, like, snack on the road. Keeps
And
it fresh,
He keeps eating the bug. Well, damn, that is good stuff, mate.
right?
All right, I take back my earlier statements about eating bugs.
Trinket feels vindicated.
All right, so Cade Hale begins leading you, will not of his own, out of this area. And he goes over to the other staircase, if you allow him to, and hits a button on the other side, which then rotates the basement stairs again to a different location. And he says, "Wait, she's right. She always goes down there. She hits the button twice, and it spins twice, and then she heads down. I memorized it for the days I was here. She's been here 4 times. She always does it."
You first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since you memorized your code, why don't you put it in?
I did.
I'll say the leash is probably about 6 feet long, like a dog leash would be essentially.
Just a good
So she-
fireball distance.
Yeah, so there's like a little bit of slack. She's not holding it taut, and she just follows about 5 feet behind, just waiting to see if he sets off any traps.
So you walk down, essentially this short stone little hallway, and it's barely tall enough for y'all to fit through. Probably Lucy's character Saban has quite the difficult time scooting through here, and Cade does as well, as he's pretty tall. So he kind of makes himself a little skinnier and kind of crawls through the side wall here. And he calls back and he's like, "Look, you're not gonna like what you find though." And he's like, you still have hold of him, but he's like kind of through this little crack, so it's actually hard to hear him. And the rest of you kind of push your way through. And you find something. You enter into a circular room. There's a metal clockwork feminine statue. She sits at a desk alone at the central of the chamber. She has a metal crown of spikes atop her head. She has deep tear stains on both of her cheeks. In her chest is a clock that clicks, but the hands do not move, as if it was out of batteries and like a modern day clock. And as you enter this chamber, you hear just click, click, click every second, but again, the hands do not move.
Question.
Within seconds, it becomes overwhelming. Yeah.
Sorry, when you say clockwork, you mean like the Ancestry clockwork, right?
I do, yeah. So
Okay.
clockwork in this setting is basically Warforged, but a little less human and a little more machine. So
I pull out my shield.
shield out.
Would it be reasonable to like say that since I've burgled places, maybe I would know like you have to flip the switch in the clockwork to like kind of restart it, power it up?
I think probably, but as you kind of enter the room, you probably do have that knowledge. She immediately, like, her head kind of turns towards you very mechanically and robotically, and she looks at the five of you, and just kind of stares for a second before she begins. She waves her hand, and this mist conjures, and the mist fades, and there's a big black metal box sitting in front of her now. On top of it, a small polyhedral, like a D20.
I'm sorry, what am I supposed to dislike about this room?
Well, I don't know. I've never been here, but I knew something creepy was down here, and honestly, this doesn't look too reassuring. You see the tear marks? That's never good.
I poke the
Boy.
box with the tip of my sword.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna walk up to the woman and like do one of these in front of her.
She definitely knows you're there. Like, she robotically kind of moves towards you, but again, she's in this like almost loop where she just keeps adjusting her head like slowly to one side and then back to the other.
Can you speak?
There's no response.
I'm just casting Arcane Armor right now because it lasts 4 hours.
I'm gonna go see if I can find the clockwork switch in the back.
Okay, yeah, you definitely find it.
Which is it, like in the on or off position?
It's on the on position.
I'm gonna scratch my bald head, and oh darn, I don't have the answer to this one.
You think maybe somebody got here first?
Can I have more details on the box?
Sure. It's a black
good
metal box.
theory.
There are 4 little slits in the front. There's like little studded, like leather, or not leather, studded metal studs around the entire the lid, like it would open up.
And the polyhedral on top of it?
It has 20 sides. It's basically a D20.
Okay, is it attached to the box? Or is it sitting on top?
It is not. You see it's a little loose as you kind of put your hand by it. The air kind of tilts it over a little. It's pretty
Is
light.
there anything else in this room?
There is not. There's no door, nothing.
I try and open the box.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's unlocked. I don't want to, like, open it.
It is unlocked.
I pick up the D20 and I put it on the floor.
Put the D20 on the floor. It sits there.
What number is facing up? Is there a number?
Go ahead and roll a D20.
Oh, God. It's a 15.
15. So you pick it up and you put it back on the ground, and maybe you don't put it down on the number that was facing up. But as you do so, the clockwork maiden, she looks at you, and she like scans. She puts her hand like this and kind of waves it through the air in front of her. And on the back wall behind you, you see 15 doors slide by on the back wall and stop on the 15th one. Next to it, you can see the 16th door.
Neat.
I open the box all the way.
There is a key inside.
Try the key in that door.
In the 15th door? Okay.
Is there anything before you do that? Is there anything like special about the key, or is there anything special about like the appearance of it?
Yvette, you kind of
I'm gonna sense magic again.
Okay, you kind of check it out. It's not necessarily magical, but it does have a lot of carvings on the backside of the key that you notice. It has a lot of like lines that intersect and circles that they kind of lead to, and it also has the number 15 in the center of the circle where all the lines intertwine through. You get the sense that this is a very specific key for this very specific door.
I try it.
Okay. Clicks open.
I do not open it all the way, just like an inch.
Okay. You know, lulls open a little bit.
Hold up my shield and I peer inside.
Okay. Inside you see... where's that note?
I feel like I've made a grave mistake. Anyone else?
Inside you see a narrow stone hallway that is littered. Like, it's very narrow, so maybe one of you can fit through at a time. It is littered with like knickknacks and, no pun intended, like trinkets. They're all up on the walls. Like clocks are ticking. There's thousands of these like ancient like cuckoo clocks, very old, medieval in make, and they're all... None of them are in sync right now. They're all out of sync. Like they're clicking at different times. It's this horrible like melody of sounds in your ears. And on the bookshelves, there's just tons of little things.
Any skulls?
Yeah, but probably not of like a human.
Great. Close the door.
Okay.
Lock it. I put the key back in the box.
Okay.
I turn the D20 to a 20.
Okay. Turn it to a 20. Would you like to open the door? There's another key inside.
Yes.
Okay. You open it up, and you only see fog in this one.
Okay, I just want to keep doing that and going through each number.
Okay, what are you looking for specifically?
The skull.
You do not find a skull.
Okay. Anything that looks like something you might store valuables.
Not really. All of them are very unique. Some of them are outdoors, which catches you off guard. Like one of them is a courtyard square inside of this little house. You do at this time, as you roll the 20, the clockwork maiden stands up from the chair, and she is no longer caught in a loop. And she walks over and she takes the key from you after you've done your, whatever you're gonna do with it, and she puts it back into the box when you're done, and slowly closes it and sits down.
Does she go back to looping, or is she, like, here?
Nope, she's just watching you all intently now. She's here.
Do you have a name? I know I asked you if you could speak earlier, but you were in a loop.
I am the Clockwork Maiden. I guard these halls. I guard the world from what is inside of these halls.
Perhaps you know what's in every single one of them. Do you care to list them?
I care not for what is behind all 20 doors, only what that 20 doors protects.
Do you know how you got stuck?
I do not know how I was stuck.
All right, well, Cade, I don't know, just pick a door and walk through. We'll see what happens.
Poor Cade.
We're the worst.
We were given permission to actually play terrible people. I don't know what Chris was expecting.
I gave him the option of door.
I shared my bugs.
So Cade walks up and he rolls the d20. He gets a 3. And he's like, okay. He opens it up and it's just water. It starts pouring through into this little area, and he turns around just soaked, and he's like, do you want me to swim through it?
No, you can pick another one.
Okay, he comes back, he rolls a 15. He's like, "This is the same one," and he's just really sad at this point, and he rolls a different one.
Oh, we made our own atlas.
Yep, you did it.
Yes. Can't
Um,
miss his boy. Can't miss his girlfriend if he's a rock.
and it's a town square, and he walks out into it. Nothing comes out of the
Right.
woods and kills him.
Are there people or is it empty?
It is empty.
Am I licking some really good brekkie right now, or are
Do
we
I-
like seeing some shot?
Do I recognize the town square? Does it look familiar at all, or is it completely unique?
It's completely unique. You've never been to this town.
Is there any sort of breeze or wildlife? Does the air actually smell fresh?
It does
Like, is
not-
it?
No, you don't see trees in the background. Even nothing living is in this door.
Okay, it's a set then. Okay. I turn to the Clockwork Maiden. Do you happen to know where the School of Otikis is?
I know how to find it.
Could you please tell us?
She thinks against like her own like mind for a second, as if she's gonna disobey something that she was directly told not to do. And she thinks, well, since you have reset me, you must be my new master.
Oh, yes, we are.
You will have to conquer 4 of the rooms. Find the keys in the rooms, put them in this box, and then Otikis' skull will appear to you.
Conquer them.
Yes,
How does one conquer a room?
Does it matter which ones?
does not matter which ones. You conquer a room by finding the key. I know not what lies inside of all of them. That was always
Oh,
intended.
looking for things.
Hey, I waltz into the town square and start looking for a key.
Okay, we're gonna take a break right there.
Alright.
A little early break. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We're going to be right back. We're going to get into maybe some more of the mechanics of the game, so we'll be kind of talking about that with you on stream. So we will be right back. Thanks for hanging out. we are back. Thank you for hanging out during the break. We left off as Siobhan has stepped out into the town square through door number, what was it, 15? One of them.
It wasn't 15. That was
It
the
wasn't
clock room.
15,
It was
yeah.
something.
3? Did we roll a 3?
Three,
I think
yeah.
a 3
It was a
happens.
3.
Okay, so it's a 3. Door 3. It doesn't really matter what door there.
I don't know. Maybe you had to
I'm
track
pretty sure
it.
Yeah.
It was
door
Cade.
Door 3 was the one with the water.
Yes.
yeah,
Right.
All right, well, you're in a door. All right, you made it through
It's
a
fine.
door. Good job.
Hey, look at the store.
Yep. So you walk.
Sweet.
You make your way out into the town square. I'm assuming you push Cade ahead of you to check for traps,
Oh, yeah.
and he does not find any. He does not blow up on sight, anything like that. As you step out into this town square, you do hear this incessant clock, just tick, tick, but the hand is not moving. Just like the Clockwork Maidens was not.
Are there like walls in this place, or does it just kind of like fade out into nothing?
Yeah, there's walls. It's a open city kind of area. There's little houses nearby the clock tower.
I start looking for a key.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I guess I'll expend another casting of life
And-
sense too, just to see if there's anything living in here, because this is unsettling.
Trinket, there is nothing living. But Siobhan, you do pass with your 10 right on the nose. And you do see that the hand of the clock is in fact a key on the end of it.
I would like to go and try and. Well, I want to make our little friend on the leash try and take it.
It's like 100 feet up in the air.
Can I throw him?
This is like a clock tower. Is there like
Yes.
like an inside we could go in to get to the top?
Can I Wonder Woman shield boost?
There is no interior of the clock tower. It is it's kind of like merged right into the stonework. You could probably
What-
try to climb the outside. Or
What
do
time are the
something else.
hands showing?
It is. What time would it be? It's 3:03.
All right.
I have a shield. I'm very strong. Let's go.
And if somebody wants to try to climb, I could, try to help encourage you a little bit. I mean, it's more than just an encouragement. It's actually pretty neat, but I could help a little bit. I'm not so good at it.
I think I could give it a
Yeah,
shot.
like I
Climbing,
just look at the other two.
unless you want to tough stuff. And he's referring to I know how to say it.
Siobhan.
Siobhan. There we go. He's looking pointedly at Siobhan when he says tough stuff.
I can climb.
All right.
I'll give it a go.
I will cast Foretell on Siobhan then, which whenever you make a challenge or an attack roll, you get to make it with 3 boons.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
That's a good spell.
Because I figure if you're gonna go try to climb 100 feet up, I would like you to do that well.
That is a super good spell.
I fix my gloves, stow my sword and shield, and try and climb.
Okay, the climb is 1 bane, so overall you take 2 boons because they cancel out.
Right, okay.
So you roll 2d6s, you take the highest one only and add it to your roll.
Okay, and this is strength.
Correct.
17.
17. That's way above a 10. So you make your way up to the clock tower. And Siobhan, as you get to about halfway up, so you're like 50 feet, it's been a little bit of a climb at this point. You look down across the town, and on top of some of these roofs, you see like these giant, like 8-legged creatures. They're spider, but they're like constructs. They're clockworks. And they're slowly approaching the rest of your party through the roof, jumping roof to roof slowly and stealthily.
Heads up. You've got company.
And at this point, we need to roll
Oh,
some
hi.
initiative.
Oh, I was gonna
Uh,
try and hide before the fight started.
They know you're there.
Damn it! I
okay,
just want to use my
so-
cool ability.
I just changed the initiative for Shadow of the Demon Lord. I understand this isn't the way it's written. This is just what we're going to do. We're just going to take a d20 and add your agility modifier. In the book, they talk about slow turns and fast turns, but for now, we're just going to use this until we get a better hang of the system.
And a 16 initiative, assuming I don't add anything. Agility?
Agility, yeah.
Yep.
Your agility modifier.
18.
It's a 5.
Okay.
That's a 10.
I'm distracted looking at like a spider on the ground.
Oh.
Oh, Trinket, no, the
There's
spiders
about to be-
climbing on the roofs.
Plenty of spiders.
So
Yes.
for chat,
I got
because
13.
Okay, thank you.
they might not know, but like all damage in Shadow of the Demon Lord is like D6s or D3s. It's
Which still
Interesting.
use a d6 for ease.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you need nothing but a d20 and a d6 for the game, which is pretty nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, I'm into it. And then like that way, like they can like. So I took the warrior archetype. So like I'm gonna be able like I'm stacking like damage. That's some of my passive stuff. It's just like you do more damage with weapons.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So it's really cool because like we've seen a lot of like the spells so far, but we really haven't seen like where it pays off on the warrior side of things.
All right, so as Siobhan, as you are reaching the top, you notice that a fourth spider is also climbing on the side of the clock tower, and it rotates around towards you. So there are now 4 clockwork spiders. 3 of them are on the ground. 1 of them is 50 feet up in the air on the clock tower. Siobhan, you are also up first as you see this this clockwork, like all these gears are buzzing around its slick steel exterior, and it kind of rounds the side of the clock tower and kind of opens its jaw and like growls at you almost.
Can I find a good place to stand?
I won't say good place to stand, but you can get a footing.
Yeah, I don't want to fall off the clock tower while I'm trying to kill the...
Yeah, I'll say you can make attack rolls with 1 Bane because you're pretty unstable up there.
Great, here's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
How fragile does this clockwork thing look?
I mean, if you hit it in the right spot, it's going to completely disable it, so...
If I strike from below with a good enough angle, think I could lever this thing down into the courtyard?
Oh,
Get it out of
probably.
my way.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Great.
We'll see how well you do.
Okay, I have things for this
And you have 1 Bane because your footing
cancels
is
out
bad. Okay,
because my weapon's training.
Oh, and you've got your foretell actually, so that
I've
lasts
got
for a
3
full
boons.
minute. Yeah,
good. So you're
that gives you
buffed.
3 boons.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
It's a good spell.
And I'm using my spelled sword, so
Okay.
it glows and does cool shit when I hit things.
Cool. We all love that.
15 plus 6, and it's more than a 20, which means I have a thing.
Okay.
My attack deals an extra 1d6 of damage if it exceeds the target number by 5.
Yeah, it definitely does. The
Great. I'm
defense
using my-
score is 13, which is basically armor class for those following along.
I'm using my big fucking sword, so that means I have 2d6 plus a d6 for my forceful strike.
Is that what it is in the manual? Big fucking
Big
sword.
sword, yeah.
Might as well be.
I think I saw that chapter.
4. It's terrible. Do I add anything
You
to that?
add your strength, yeah.
Great.
I'm pretty sure.
7.
Actually, I don't know if you do. I'll look that up in a minute. So 4 if you do, 7 if you don't.
Correct.
Okay, so I will say because your roll exceeded 20, again, there are no critical successes, but you do get extra things if you roll above a 20 in this system. So I will say with above your 20, you manage to lever this thing towards the courtyard, so it is just in free fall down towards your friends now. Definitely going to take some fall damage on its next turn.
Great. Excuse me. Great.
And
That's
then you
my
also
turn.
have your movement, so you can keep climbing if you want.
Yes, please.
So you climb another equal to your speed. I don't know what it is, but it's like 15 or so. 20 maybe. Whatever it
I'll
is.
find out.
Yep,
I
yep.
don't know.
You continue climbing up the side of the wall. Next up is Cade's turn, but he's not going to do anything because he has not been instructed to. And then, Yvette, it is your turn as these 3 kind of clockwork spiders crawl their way over the town roofs towards you and your friends.
Yvette will notice that he hasn't done anything and just like pat him on the head. Good boy. So clockwork spiders, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to let's attack them with. Oh, it's not. I didn't take those darts. Okay. We're gonna use unerring darts to It makes 7 magical darts, so each of them will get 2, and then one of them will get an additional 1.
All right.
Those that hits automatically, and they take 1 damage for each dart.
All right. So you let out all these, like, you kind of wave your hand across the battlefield, and these darts kind of fly out of your fingertips and impact all 4 of the spiders simultaneously, and these, like, bright purple lights kind of flash as it impacts its hide. I will write down the damage. Oh darn, you are up next as I tally damage.
Okay,
Oh,
so
darn.
quick
Oh,
question.
darn.
I keep seeing stuff. Like, I have a thing that uses a triggered action. I've been trying to find my answer for it. What is a triggered action?
It's just a reaction.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can, like... Oh, I got a little Healy thing. Cool.
So
Alright,
you get 1 reaction, basically. It's just like D&D, a triggered action, reactions.
Okay, because, like, I can use, like, a triggered action to hide or retreat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was... Okay, so I kind of want to... Are there any, like, in my attacking range? Like, are there any that I could, like, hit or
Sure.
anything? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. I've got 2 weapons. I got my battle axe and my straight razor. So I want to attack one of these clockwork spider things.
All right.
So that's gonna be. I'm gonna make that attack. I'm attacking one of them only, so it's 2 bane.
Oh, because you're dual wielding?
Yeah.
Okay.
It pays dividends with the. If you hit.
Yeah.
10.
10 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I kind of run forward. I'm like, all right, here we go. And then I, like, whiff. Just.
You get a little too excited to be indoctrined into the Watchers, and you just, a quick miss. You've got your movement, so you could run towards Clock Tower, anything you want to do.
Yeah, I'll move towards the clock tower.
Okay, so you back up towards the spider that's kind of falling from the ceiling a bit. Okay, next up is the spider's turn. So one of them is going to impact and just splat onto the ground. You see gears kind of go everywhere. Some oil splashes across O'Darn. And that one is effectively dead. The one that Siobhan pushed off the tower. The next one is going to lash out at O'Darn as it kind of runs away from him. It's going to climb 40 feet across the wall in like a spiral pattern and go for a bite. That's a 12 and a 20 on O'Darn's defense score.
Oh, that's me. That's
Yeah.
me. The 20. My defense is 15, so
Okay, so the 20 hits.
yeah.
You're going to take 2d6 plus 1.
And then HP in this is it's damage and it's a stacking thing. Instead of me losing HP, I gain damage, and once damage hits my
Correct.
health,
Then you're
Okay.
out. Yep.
Okay.
So you take 7 melee
That's a lot.
damage as this thing kind of bites into you, and instead of like poison or something a real spider would give you, like this oil kind of sprays out onto your shoulder as it's just pitch black now.
Okay. Anything else I need to do?
Nope, that's it. And then the next attack is going to be at. We'll do a vet and trinket. So the second spider lashes out at trinket. It's a 19 and a 2.
And it's just against what, my defense,
Your
right?
defense score. Yep,
Was the 19 or the 2 for me?
both. They
Oh,
get 'em
both?
all,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then the 19 hits.
Okay, you take 6 damage again as it kind of bites into your calf as it's this real nasty creature, and then event its multi-attack at you.
Bad bugs!
It's a 21 and a 10.
The 21 will hit.
Okay, that's big damage, 3 damage.
Woof.
As it kind of bites into your arm as you're kind of pushing it away from you, and that is the spider's turn. So Trinket, you are now up.
Okay, I don't really have too much attacking stuff, so I'm just gonna take out my sickle for now and whack at it. Most of my stuff is utility and healing. That's a 12 plus stuff, so that should hit, or does it go against its defense? I don't know how it works with monsters.
It goes against their defense, but that still hits. So
Okay, cool.
you're good.
I actually wouldn't have been plus anything anyway.
Oh.
And then a d6, so that's gonna be 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. We'll say that it's on that one. All right. So you kill this creature. Would you like to describe it, or would you like me to?
It's a clockwork spider, so I'll go just be like, bad bug, and like go to like hack at it, and my sickle gets like kind of stuck in one of its many eyes, and I'm like just trying to get it out, and makes it worse.
It eventually just stops and just kind of splits in half. All the gears kind of roll across down the side alleys.
Trinket is not a graceful fighter. She looks kind of surprised that it worked.
All right, top of the order, Siobhan, you are up again. You are like 70 feet in the air watching your friends do combat.
Am I alone?
Yep.
Going for the key.
Okay. We'll say with your action and your movement, you can like scrabble up the side of this, and now in order to grab the key, you're gonna have to make an athletics check, as it's not moving, but it does kind of flick back and forth, and it's hard to kind of do that up in the air.
Is this strength or agility?
Either one you want to do.
Great, and I still have trinkets thingy?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. That was good. Well, how does concentration work in this? Because it is a concentration spell. I don't know if it's like stays up until I cast another one.
Yeah, we'll say that for now.
We don't know what we're doing. I dropped one.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
don't
matter.
know what we're doing.
I'm writing
got
down
the
all
new
the
in town.
things. Yeah.
Got an 18.
18. All right. So you pass. You manage to grab
Actually,
onto
I got
it.
a 21.
Okay, that works. You grab onto it, and as it kind of clicks back and forth, you manage to rip the key off of the minute hand, and you now have one of the keys.
Great, I start climbing back down.
Okay.
And how many keys did we need? 4?
4 of them, correct.
Okay. 3 more.
So would you all like Cade to take? I guess Yvette, do you want Cade to take a turn? Because it's his turn now. What would you like him to do?
What? Like, do I see any weapons on him? Does he
No.
have anything?
He was in a jail cell. You want him to punch it?
Oh man, are there like rocks on the floor?
Sure, there's a rock. Do you want him to throw a rock at it?
Yeah, I'll pick up the rock and just be like, I'm sure you have better aim than I do.
Alright, he's gonna try to give it a go here. He does manage to hit it. We'll say the rock deals 1d3 damage, so he does 1 damage total to the spider with a rock. But hey, that's something. Alright. And then it is Yvette's turn.
Alrighty. So we've got 2 spiders still up.
Yes.
Are the spiders between us and the door, like to go back, or are they coming at us from the opposite direction?
They're between you and the door.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast harm on one of them.
Okay.
Invisible barbs tear at the target's body. Make an intellect attack roll against its strength. On a success, the target takes a -5 penalty to health for 1 minute.
Cool.
I got a 21.
21.
What did the spider get?
It's against his strength, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Because since I got over 20, if I won by more than 5 points, then I get something special.
You won by over 5 points.
Okay, the penalty to that spider's health is -10.
Oof, okay.
Does it kill it?
Yeah, it just dies because it doesn't even have that much, so you just think at it and it just blows up from the inside and it just kind of explodes as you walk through it.
I love the nonchalant. Just okay, whatever.
Next up is
Learned
Odar.
that one from my ex.
First of all, I would hate to be that blighty. Really. And then, are there any mechanical spiders left? And if so, where?
Yeah, there's one more. It's the one that's attacking you, so it's probably right in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna attack it with my weapons.
All right.
Hold on. I've got to do math. Not as much math, but 11. These
That
attacks with Bane hurt.
that does not hit, unfortunately.
I am riding the struggle bus right now, folks.
Why do you have Bane? Oh, you're dual wielding, right?
I'm dual wielding.
Yeah. So
unlike
unfortunately, you missed.
unlike 5e, dual wielding is really difficult.
I'm completely fine with that. So yeah, you smash into its hide, but it's just too strong to actually do damage to. And then up next is the spiders. It's just gonna leap at you with its multi-attack. Oh darn. Wow, that's pretty good. It's a 20 and a 13.
That 20's gonna hit again.
Okay, you take 5 more damage as it bites into you.
Okay, you know what I actually really like? Damage actually, like, it hurts in this, because, like,
Yeah.
they did the numbers right to fix the fact that everything's in D6s.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so that happens, and then
Yvette, you care to bring some of that kill wave gaze energy this way?
she's focused. So Trinket, you were up next.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Our good friend Kinas was kind enough to look up concentration for me.
Oh, nice.
So apparently in Shadow of the Demon Lord, it's actually like your action to maintain concentration.
Okay, well, it's up to you then. Would you like to continue it or break it?
Do you only get one action per turn?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yes.
Like, I know that there's differences in, like, what was it, like, short or long actions, or what was it? I don't know.
Fast or slow,
Yeah, that would confuse me, honestly.
Yeah, that's why we're not doing it.
So, but, yeah, I guess, no, I guess for now then I'll just keep the concentration up for Fortel because
Okay.
Siobhan is off by herself kicking ass getting the key.
Okay.
So I can move though, so I'm gonna sort of like move out of the spider's range, sticking my tongue out at it. I don't know if
Alright.
that triggers an attack, but I'll take it if it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, any triggered action, it's an attack of opportunity, just like in D&D. So, you rolled a 6 though, so you're probably good.
Misses.
Okay. Okay. So top of the order, Siobhan is up next again.
I would like to continue climbing down.
Okay, we'll say with the rest of your turn, you can scramble down the side of the clock tower with your key in hand.
Great. I stow the key and draw my sword and get ready for my turn.
All right, Yvette, you are up next.
We've still got that one spider.
Yep, one left.
Harm.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Rolled a. Do I roll for it? Can you read it? What it says again?
You
Sorry,
have to
I
roll your
forgot.
strength.
Okay, I roll my strength. I rolled a 17 then.
Okay.
Sorry. So you explode one with your mind. You look over to the other one on top of Odarn, and you're like, I might blow him up. And it just kind of misses a little bit. Odarn.
Is it Winscade's turn?
Oh, he's before you. Do you want him to attack?
Yeah, I'll just be like, ugh, it didn't work. Go get it.
You want him to punch it?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna try to punch it.
Oh my god,
he
it's
rolled a
Mona
13,
Lisa from
that's-
Parks and Rec.
Yeah. He deals
Magic cling.
2 damage.
Yay,
He
go.
just punches
Better
this
than the
clockwork
rock.
and breaks his hand, basically. All right, great.
Alright,
oh darn, you were up.
I'm gonna just attack with my one weapon, because I actually deal decent enough damage with just my battle axe alone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 20.
Yeah, describe your kill. You definitely kill this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm base doing 2d6.
Yeah,
Like.
it's dead.
So it jumps up to get Odarn, and he holds up his axe, and it catches on his axe, and he takes the straight razor, and just starts chopping it up.
and it is no more. So you have your first key.
Just a little bit off the top there, right?
Yvette will like do a slight tug on the leash to get Kate back over, and she'll take his hand. And you're like, oh, did you break it protecting me?
I didn't really have a choice.
Thank you, regardless. And she'll do a little smooch on the hand and start leading him away again.
He feels a little better. That's the first person to ever be nice to him in 17 days, so he'll take that. All right. So you have one key. You can head back through the door and select another door. You can pretty much just pick a number between 1 and 20 that you want. And we'll.
Anyone want to pick?
Or you can roll if you want to be super fun.
I'll roll.
Aye.
Got a 19.
19. Okay.
Wasting my high
19.
rolls on these doors.
All right, I'm going in.
Straight to the 19 door.
Yeah, I'm going
I
in.
would like to check the door first to make sure it doesn't seem like more than we can handle.
I'm going in.
I'm kind of curious, though. I wonder if there's like different difficulty levels per door. Which one did we just come out of?
I don't
That's probably-
remember.
We don't know.
Does chat remember which door we went in?
I feel like
Oops, I
it was
just
in the
messed up
teens.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
the
remember.
first one you rolled was the 3.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, that's just water. We don't want to go in there.
Yeah, then we
The
went to the
second one
city.
you rolled was a 15. So you're like, oh, we already saw that one.
Right.
So
What?
it wasn't either
Huh.
of those two. There's 18 other numbers it could be.
All
Then
right,
would
let's
have
just,
remembered if it was
all
a
right,
one.
door number 20. Heck it. Let's just.
Okay.
We've already been to 20.
Yeah, 20 was
Yeah.
the foggy room.
That was the
Oh.
fog.
I don't
one.
trust that fog. What's in 19?
19, you open it up and and you hear a child crying.
I slam the door. New one!
Nope. No, thank you.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
That's the right move right there, Shion, because I ain't going wherever the little kids cry. Mm-mm.
The next one,
I'm not good with children.
you say 18.
Sure.
Okay, 18 you open up and it is a still pond of lake inside a black cavern.
This
is nice.
Swim.
I'll just walk in.
Oh, I could go for a dip.
All right, so you all
That
walk
was
in.
Like a
sarcastic.
good cave.
There's a little bank of like rocks that you all kind of stand on, and the door kind of slams behind you. You see this large open cavern in the center, about 100 feet out, is one little pillar with a key on top, and there's about 100 feet of pond in front of you. It's very still, like eerily still, and you can't really see past the pedestal. You assume there's more of this cavern, but you can't really see past it.
I'm gonna throw a rock into the water.
Okay.
I found the key.
You throw a rock into the water.
Bury in this lake.
It kind of ripples out a little ways and eventually stops.
Send your little doggy in there.
How many keys do we have right now? 2?
One.
Because there was one in the box. No? Oh, the box was totally empty.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that key was for the doors.
Yeah.
I pull my boot off and I stick my toe in the lake. What happens?
I need you to make a will check.
Shit.
You're gonna have to do the whole next fight with one shoe on.
Yep. 5.
A 5.
You gain a point of corruption.
Shit.
You feel like some sort of otherworldly presence has touched you, and you feel a little less confident, a little more shaken. There are no real effects yet, but as we go through, maybe there will be.
Well, I'm in it now. I strip and start swimming.
Okay, you make it to the pillar after a little ways. It's a long swim as you just kind of think what is underneath of you.
I hate this.
But you make it to the pillar.
I try and get the key.
Okay, you take the
I actually
key.
want to climb all the way out of the water, so I'm standing
Sure.
on top of the pillar before touching my
There's
key.
a little island around it. Yeah, you kind of step up onto the island and you just kind of snatch it off the little stone platform. As you take it off of the platform, all of the water begins to drain, and it's draining downwards out of this pond really rapidly. and you can see now how deep this pond is, and there's about 100-foot gap between you and your friends as it quickly drains out.
What's at the bottom of the pond?
Do you want to wait till it gets there?
Yep.
Okay. So you wait till the bottom of the pond, and it's like someone pulled the drain plug and it all rushed down under the pillar. There's nothing down there except for a really far drop and a really far jump to your friends.
Oh, easy peasy lemon
God damn it.
squeezy. You got this, mate.
It's like 100 feet jump.
I'm not jumping. Are you crazy?
You just climbed 100 feet up a clock. It's fine.
Yeah, I start climbing carefully down this pillar.
I'm like rubbing my hands together, prepping a healing spell just in case.
The only thing I kept with me is my sword.
Okay.
I'm in like leggings and a tunic, and I kept my sword.
Okay. So you climb all the way down. You are like 100 feet down from where your friends are up at like this pedestal, and you see them kind of standing up looking over the cliff towards you.
I start jogging.
Just wave.
You start what?
Jogging back
Okay.
towards them.
I don't know is it worse that O'Darn is just falling into the trinket antics?
Yes.
We're all doomed.
As you touch the bottom of this pond, the water begins to swell back into this divot. I need you to make a strength check, please, with 2 boons because it is very slippery. Or I'm sorry, 2 banes.
God, this is-
I keep saying
Yeah, I was
Very
like,
bad.
wait.
I keep saying banes for boons and backwards.
Wait, hold on. 9.
All right. Well,
Oof.
I've got
Wait,
an
hold
offer
on.
for you.
That doesn't add up. Let me check my math.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually a 7.
It's a 10. It's a 10.
Okay.
Ha!
You pass. In this case, the water actually propels you back up towards where your friends were at, but you do take a second point of corruption as you feel this Ickery lake touch you again.
Don't like that.
And the rest of you notice that Siobhan, when she returns, is looking a little more tired. And that's it.
I put the key in my bag and I saunter away.
Alright, you now have 2
Squish.
keys.
I get dressed again first.
Alright, you now have 2 keys. You exit out into the room. The Clockwork Maiden sits there looking at you all. Which room
that
would
was
you like
fun.
to go to now?
I rolled. I got a 6.
All right, I'm gonna poke my head into 6.
Before we go in, though, I will be giving Cade one of the health potions that I
Aw.
have. Just be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's on your hand.
He
Just,
drinks
like,
it without.
sickly sweet.
He knows you're like pandering to him, and he just doesn't care. He's also thirsty, and so he just takes it and guzzles it.
Speaking of, how are people feeling? Before
I
we go
will-
running
Oh.
out some more doors.
Oh wait, hold on. I've got 12 damage.
Ow.
I
Out of
want
25.
to leave the keys I've gathered out here before we go into the next room. I want to make sure they're safe.
Okay.
But I don't want to bring them with me because I don't want to lose them.
You can put them in the slots to the box.
Great.
All right. Trinket will go over to O'Darn and hand him a beetle and just like pat him on the shoulder and be like, "It's okay, you'll feel better soon." And I'll cast Light Healing, which heals damage equal to your healing rate.
Ooh. So that's like 6 right there. Bada bing, bada boom.
I like healing because it heals everyone differently. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, that's
Because everyone
that's
has
fun.
a different healing rate.
Yeah. Plus, then you don't have
Based
to worry
on your
about
health
like
total.
you don't have to worry about rolling a 1 on the healing check.
Right? That always sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. I'm a fan. I can
I
dig
do
it.
like that.
Also, I just love that the character sheet's a pentagram. I love that shit. It's so needlessly edgy.
It is. All right. What number are we going into next?
6. Well, I don't want to go all the way in. I want to peek inside before I chance it.
6. You see a hall of mirrors.
Do I see the key in plain sight or is it hidden?
You do not see the key.
We don't got time for that weird mind game shite
Let's
next.
try a different one.
You're welcome, Chris. We're just gonna go through all the dungeons
That's
you have
fine.
planned out.
I dreamed of 20 things when I was grocery shopping today. So,
I'm gonna open door number 5.
door number 5, you open it up and you see a barren hellscape with a large central volcano that is currently erupting.
Slam.
You guys have to pick one.
You're all gonna suck, y'all.
Okay, I'm weighing my options.
There's not a good one, guys. I promise.
I just
Through a
love
cursed
the image
lake.
of us all noping out of every goddamn door with this
If-
clockwork lady watching us.
She's just like cowards.
I mean,
Door 4.
Yvette would have happily walked into the Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah,
I almost said, "Oh, I think this is a room for Yvette," but I'm like, Trinket wouldn't say that.
that's a little blossom there. Yeah.
would.
Yeah, that's a blossom.
I mean, if you want to do the Hall of Mirrors, we can like give that just walk in. Like we'll have to follow you. You're muted.
Yeah, after you nope out of the volcano one, Yvette's gonna mess with the die again to bring it back to the mirror one. I don't know why you all had a problem with this room.
I'm
She'll-
standing in the
she'll-
door frame, keeping the door open.
Okay.
She'll kind of push
Not
Kaden
going.
ahead of her.
I will follow cautiously.
So you push Caden ahead of you. And he's gonna make a agility check here.
I'm gonna walk up to him
Oh.
and I'm gonna push him.
We're gonna get him killed.
Do I need to make one as well?
So what? So Cade walks in, he turns around and like 6 feet ahead of you. He's like, "I think it's okay in here." And then you watch 2 of the mirrors just wrap around him and suck him into one of the mirrors.
Let go of the leash! Let go of the leash!
And Cade is inside of one of the mirrors. You look in the mirror and he's like banging on the outside. He's like, "Get me out of here!" Really muffled. You
Oh,
can hear him.
he's gonna live like he died in prison.
Magic. Should we try a different one?
I vote we try a different room.
I feel bad. Like, I just gave him a health potion, and now
Here,
we're down
I'm
a
gonna
health
break
potion.
the mirror that he's
Would
stuck.
No
breaking
way.
No!
You know it's bad when the GM's like, no!
So you break.
I don't want him to do this. Can I stop it?
You can have a civil discussion to stop him. That's the Chris mechanic.
I mean, I would like to start yanking on the leash just to kind of pull him
Oh
out.
my god. The leash does not work.
Just around his neck.
The leash does not work, sadly.
Did it like get cut off by the mirror, or is it still attached?
It's still attached. You just can't really pull him through
Oh,
there.
like he just like boom gets stuck
Yeah.
in the mirror.
Yep.
Oh, I think we gotta break it. That's like the best way to get these people out of these things.
That seems like a very bad idea to me.
Well, they're all bad ideas.
Yeah, I mean, what if we break it and like it's just he's gone?
Ah, well, it's not one of us.
All right.
So you're gonna
Look,
break
you're
it?
about to just leave him to rot in the cell. At least we're gonna try and free him from here.
Yeah, I don't have anything helpful.
Okay. Okay. Before we
I
do
got
this,
nothing.
Well, you see, the thing is oh,
I'm like knocking on the back of the mirror.
oh, darn doesn't know what'll happen with the mirror. I know because of Chris's reaction.
I want to search the room before. Well, hold on.
Okay, now
I
you
would
care
do
about
that.
him.
I
Oh,
would
wait.
Just like a
suggest
hall
that
of mirrors, right?
Yeah.
Seems to
somebody
hear
that
us.
isn't me.
What? I'm sorry.
Kincaid seems to hear us through the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
He's
be
like,
like,
"Don't
look
break
for
it,
a
no."
key. Is there a key in there?
He turns around and he begins kind of looking. And he does eventually come up with a key. And he's just kind of standing there, like,
Try
pointing at
using
it.
the key to open the.
Oh yeah.
There's just
What if
he like jams it against the wall a few times. There's just nothing in there.
All right,
Try-
I still.
Throwing it through.
No, then you won't let me out.
He is
Yeah,
right.
Sir.
Oh, he's good.
He's
This-
good.
I'm picturing like a carnival, like Hall of Mirrors kind of deal.
Mhm.
Is that
But like set in like
correct?
clouds.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Maybe someone should try lining up that mirror with another one. They might cancel each other out.
All right.
Are they maneuverable?
How about you
Can't
then? Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'm gonna move one of the mirrors.
Okay, you put the other one in front of the other mirror, and then you see Cade in that mirror now. So he has now transferred mirrors.
Oh, I think
Are
I
any
got.
of the mirrors different or special in any way?
Would you like to enter the room to investigate around the corners?
I do not.
Okay. Then no, they are not.
Oh, do I want to burn my last sense magic?
I have sense magic. I can burn one,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like, yep, the mirrors are all magic.
Right.
But I'll try anyway. Maybe it'll turn something up. So it just says if there are any ongoing magical effects in the area and where they are, from what point they originate.
So
So-
yes, this entire place is magic. You're in a mage's study. Also, most of the mirrors in here are magic. Some of them are not. The one that O'Darn luckily put in front of Cade is magic. So yeah, there's a few other magical mirrors in here around the bend, things like that.
Okay, there's nothing else in the room that lights up as magic that maybe I didn't see before or anything.
Just the key, I guess. That's
Okay.
it, though.
I'll just sort of point at the mirrors that I notice are not magical to the others and be like, I don't know if maybe we need these for something?
Just well try it.
Like, maybe he can't, I don't know, maybe he can't transfer it and he'll just like bounce out against the not magic mirror.
Fine.
Part
Which
of
of
me
them?
wonders, not enough to try it, but part of me wonders what would happen if you brought one of the mirrors into the other mirror.
Mirrorception! Maybe we should try a not
Is there
magic-y
kind of,
one
like-
first.
Maybe.
All right. I'm gonna just poke my head around the corner, take a peek around, see if something's up in there.
Famous last words.
Yeah, alright.
All right. I'm going in, mate.
All right, go ahead and make a dex check, agility check.
Agility.
Yeah.
Agility.
Old habits.
20.
20, nice. You watch as this thin blue line reaches out at you from one of the magical mirrors, and you're able to dance out of the way just in
Oh, there
time.
you go.
As you make it to this like four-way intersection of mirrors, basically. You look down to the left and the right, and you see more mirrors. Some of them jagged, some of them broken already, some of them floor to ceiling, some of them hand mirrors on desks. It's just a hall of mirrors.
I'm gonna grab one of the
You could put
hand mirrors.
You could put him in the hand mirror. And
That's
have
what
a
I'm
little poke at
wondering.
friends.
What if we get him out of the room?
hmm You have him. You have a hand mirror now,
All right. I'm gonna run over to Kate then.
Cade. So you run up to Cade, and he bounces into the little hand mirror.
And then I'm gonna run out of there to my friends.
Okay. The key falls out, but Cade does not.
I grab the key.
Cade is like, "Let me out!" He's just banging on the little hand mirror.
I'm gonna hand the mirror to Yvette and be like, "All right, there's your little pet."
No.
Oh my god. This is so appropriate and terrible, and I love it.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yvette will stash the hand mirror in her bag.
He's just yelling. You just hear this faint yell at all times now.
Oh no. I feel
Get-
sort of bad for him.
He'll get tired. We'll figure it out later.
Maybe we'll find something in one of the other rooms that can help.
Boy, as long as that ain't like me mom's purse, he'll be fine.
What's with I don't get it.
It was a mess, and it kind of
Oh.
smelled sometimes.
Sounds nice.
Well, that's 3 out of 4. 1 left.
All right. How about we head into room? We already went 17, 12.
Room 12. You open it into a a little nice valley of flowers, and there's like a soft music playing. There's a soft creek in the background, kind of whistling.
I instantly go in. I'm just like, ooh, nice.
Trinket's like, ugh.
I fall for it.
There, you see, besides this babbling brook, you see a small log cabin, and there's this old woman kind of rocking back and forth in front of the cabin.
I'll just saunter on up to her, and I'm like lighting up Stogie, and I'm just like, oh, fine, lass, it's a nice day, ain't it?
Oh, welcome to the glade.
Boy,
Please have a seat.
I don't mind if I do. And he's gonna sit down. So, you think I'm doing pretty okay at just figuring out where these keys things are, huh?
Are you talking to me or your party?
I'm talking to you. Well, my party's all the way back there. They don't trust it.
Well,
What do
how
I
many
know?
keys do you have?
I bought tree.
That is very exceptional. I could
I
find
know,
you a
boy.
fourth if you wanted.
Could you please? That would be mighty nice of you.
Of course. And she stands up and she goes inside and rummages around for a little while and comes out with a fourth.
Boy.
She kind of hangs it in front of your face and she's like, what do I get out of this?
What do you get out of this? Oi, mate, let me tell you. Oh, I look back at Yvette and look at the purse, and I hear echoes.
No.
I hear the echoes of
Oh my
Kate.
god.
Have you ever wanted a magic mirror? A
I've-
bonny lass like yourself could probably use a magic mirror, am I right?
I wouldn't say no to something of magical origin.
I'm gonna like gesture for Yvette to come like join me. Oi, get the mirror out. We're making a deal.
All right. She pulls out the mirror. Be quiet. Here you go.
One genuine USDA grade A magic mirror.
She looks at it and she's like, it seems there's a young man in the frame. Is that usual?
That's what's so magical about
That's what makes it special. His name is Cade.
Well,
Hi,
hello, Cade. He's just sitting there banging on the glass. He's a bit of an angry fellow, is he not?
Oh, he doesn't like it in there.
He's just getting acclimated, you know. He
Well, it
just
is.
doesn't have a nice owner like yourself.
It is lonely in the glade. I was going to ask you to stay, but I suppose if you're giving me company.
And if you can ever figure him out, getting him out of there, he's not too unattractive.
She smiles. She's like, I will consider that. Thank you.
He punched a big spider bug robot.
Wow,
It
and
was neat.
he's also a soldier. Good to know.
He's also nice, like, you know, little thing you send in beforehand, like cannon fodder. Is that what you
Oh,
call
he
it?
likes beetles.
Yes, it's
I
his
don't
favorite
like
food.
beetles.
I don't like beetles, man.
I don't know. He said he did like 20 minutes ago. So I mean,
Well, I
He also
suppose
said-
this is a deal then.
He also said his favorite thing is being locked up in a prison cell.
I did fucking not.
This is what you get for doing oh darn and well damn dirty, son, and you know it.
What did I do? He's just like sitting on the other side of the mirror now. He's like, I hate this.
I mean, both Sam and Trinket are super curious. I don't know if I can make maybe an intellect check or something. Does this lady seem like, I don't know, maybe some sort of creature that I might be familiar with or anything like that?
It's okay.
I'll just say that yes, she resembles your aunts quite a bit.
Okay, I'll just smile and wave at her politely then.
Yeah.
All right, Yvette. The deal's the deal. I'll allow you some final words to say goodbye. All right, everyone. Give Yvette some time.
Siobhan still has not
You're
entered the
muted,
aisle.
Abby.
She's standing in the doorframe.
She's already like half handing over the mirror. Like, I'm okay.
All right. Well, it was nice to make your acquaintance, Bonnie lass, but we got some things to get doing.
The woman on the porch takes the mirror in her hand and clutches it and puts it up on her hearth inside. You watch as she puts Cade up on the hearth and
Poor
leaves
guy.
him there.
We are the worst.
In a few years, there will be a princess with hair as black as night and lips as red as blood.
Look, I'm just waiting for Cade to be the final boss of Agora's Bells. He just like comes out of the mirror and he's like, I will have my vengeance.
Where are
It's just
those
Cade and
assholes?
Teaming up.
Poor Atlas.
Before we leave, Trinket will reach into her hair and pull out the spider she got earlier and like offer it to the old lady and just be like, "Thank you so much for your help and your time."
It kind of skitters up the old lady's arm and hides in her hair, kind of similarly to it does yours. And she's like, "Thank you, little one. This will be delicious later."
I thought so too, and I'll just turn and skip away.
And
Oh.
you have the fourth key. You only had to trade a human being for it.
Hey, we're getting paid.
Yeah.
We traded a mirror.
True,
It was a magic mirror
It was
with
a
the air
magic
quotes.
mirror. And I mean, how are we supposed to get him out of there?
That's true, actually. She might be able to.
Maybe she'd be able to, you know. I have no idea how to do it.
Also, like,
Oh, darn was gonna break it.
all right, you leave O'Darn alone. He's a himbo. He's trying his best.
Oh my god, I need Chris's reaction to that fucking clip stab.
Oh no! That's like when you know, as a player, you've really
shit.
fucked up.
Right, I'm putting the keys in the box.
Okay. So you walk over to the Clockwork Maiden, and she kind of insists you hand them one by one to her, and she kind of takes them and slowly, methodically opens them, and the Clockwork box kind of rings for a second almost. You kind of hear this faint buzzing sound, and all the gears turn, and it opens up. And inside, where it was relatively empty a while ago, you see an obsidian skull with white, almost like etchings, like tattoos, if it was a living thing. It has chains from like ear to nose, and it has a purple amethyst in one of the eye sockets.
Gross. I take it.
You now have the skull of Otikis.
Great. I leave.
You are making your way out of this area. You're squeezing through the same tunnels that you were, but you realize that the staircase has shifted, and there is no longer a staircase where there once was from the buttons that you had pressed.
Are there any buttons down here?
Is there any way we can blame this on Cade?
There are buttons down here.
I mean, if you think about it, it's Kate's fault we even got down here.
God damn it. There is another button down
I
here.
press it.
The staircase swings back over to you, and you are back in the foyer. Before you head up the stairs, you do hear off to the right, you hear a woman's voice, and she's talking to someone. She's like, "And who did this to you, Clockwork?" And she's speaking softly to someone in the kitchen.
I start running quietly.
Y'all just gonna book it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone else have a better plan? That's a no.
Y'all gonna book
Apparently,
it?
I don't.
Okay, you want to be stealthy
I-
or just mad dash?
I pull my wolf skin up over my head and I start running.
Okay. How stealthy are we being, though? Are we just sprinting out of this lady's house, or are we...
And I
You know when you're playing tag and you have to be fast, but you're pretty sure the tagger is like 10 feet away?
Yeah.
Wait. Can I assassinate the Archmage?
No!
You can give it a go.
I was not
Cheese
paid.
it!
I wasn't paid to assassinate anybody.
All right, fine. As Quintero TPC said in chat, cheese it.
Cheese it. All right, so you're just gonna book it out of there.
Yes. I hold my shield up and I run.
Okay, so all of you are running towards the door. The door's open. It kind of slams shut as you see Elisa Lotai, an archmage inside of Maywood, exit the kitchen. She is a drow woman. She has grayish purple skin, long white hair down to the floor, and you watch as she reaches for her pocket and pulls out a wand and begins casting at you as Siobhan reaches the door and just bashes it open with her shield, and you just continue running out. You're in
Out the window, forward roll, keep running.
Yeah. You just completely run out. The two guards are outside like, wow, we did a good job today. Nobody got in the house.
Oh, can I assassinate one of them on the way
Just
out?
one day away from retirement.
Yeah. You just clonk one.
Scene from Avatar where they're like, you have to be ready for anything.
Yep. So you just clonk one on the side of the head.
Yeah, like they're checking the watch. Oh yeah, 5 minutes till shift's up. Can't wait to get home and see the wife and kids conk.
We still on for beers tonight?
Hey, we're totally playing humans and households later, right?
Okay, so
Did we win?
Well, you won.
Get it to John.
You have to take it to he told you to retrieve it to the second circle of the town. So
We go there.
as you are making your way through the lower district into the middle district, you are navigating all of these horrible undead creatures that are now running the streets of Maywood. There are several guard battalions in like a wedge formation running them out of town. You make it to what O'Darn has probably seen. Probably all of you were told to go here is the Night Street. This is the hidden street where the Watchers Guild... Actually, the Wrong Turns have been there. That's where they ran into Blossom's cousins. It is a lively street of music that is kind of hidden from the rest of the guards and populations, unless you are in the know. You make it up front, and you find the Heroes Hall, which is very ironic, as none of these people are considered heroes. And you see Ton kind of standing outside with Welldam next to him, and you approach.
Hello.
Hey, bruv, we got the thing.
He kind of wheels around. He's like, back so soon. It's so good to see you're all in one piece. And he smiles politely.
Oh yes, we had a slave, I suppose, that we just threw into danger.
That is the Watcher way.
Oi,
Congratulations.
I would say more of an hostage, but call it what you like.
I thought he was more like an intern.
Yeah,
I thought he was like your pet.
Really think about it, we really didn't have much of an impact on his situation.
we do prefer the
That's
term
true.
intern.
He has a company now, at least.
Well, that's
That's
lovely.
true.
Do you have something for me? And he's a little anxious. You do see above his right eyebrow there is a gash, and he's kind of bleeding.
I believe you have something for us before we hand it over.
Ah, yes. How much did we say? It doesn't fucking matter. And he goes into his treasury and just pulls out a shit ton of coins and gives you 4 equal bags.
Oi, bruv,
I toss him the head.
He catches it in one palm, kind of looks at it.
bruv, does that mean I'm in?
Welldam kind of walks over and he picks O'Darn up by the pauldrons and claps him on him with both hands. And he's like, congratulations, brother. I always knew you were Watcher material.
Oi, I'm a watcher now. Watch out, world.
Ton kind of looks over. He's like, I'll be the one doing your tattoo, so I'm excited for that.
Ooh,
Alright.
neat.
Oi, I was also wondering if Trinky could stick around for a while.
He looks at all 3 of you. He's like, as far as I'm concerned, you've done me a favor that I would not have been able to pull off tonight. So you're all welcome to stay as long as you like, or as short as you like.
Oh, I think I'll make myself scarce. Don't think we pleased that archmage.
So she did
Only if
see
you need
you.
another job done, though.
Of course, I'll be around, and you know where the street is now. And he points out to the kind of hidden street inside of the town.
I mean, as long as you don't mind my company, I'd like to stay.
Oh, I will never turn you away. I think you can stay as long as you'd like.
I thought so.
Did we win?
Yes, but there's an outro.
Ooh.
Outro.
Just one more thing.
So we cut away while the what do we call this crew? The
jeez.
one shot crew.
The dumpster
the
fires.
watch- the watchers in
cluster of
training.
disasters.
The
Yeah.
trash pandas.
The trash, just the trash. I think.
Trinket likes it.
You all have this vision of the skull, you can kind of tell that the skull is showing you this, and it shows you what Tawn was up to during that night. As you kind of hand it over, some of your memories are almost like transferred between the two parties here. And Tawn and Weldam were also stealing an object, but it's a shining white light, and it's this small stone on top of this pedestal, and it has chains kind of strapped over it. And inside of the hall, you see this like broad-shouldered, tall man. He has shoulder-length brown hair, and he has lockets around his neck. You can assume this is the Arch-Existent Locket, who is known to be the source of luck in all of Talencia. And a battle ensues, where Tawn and Weldam fight an Arch-Existence that has already been weakened. And Tawn walks over and plucks the Stone of Ecrix out of the pedestal and takes it for himself and puts it in his pocket. In the background, you see Tawn and Weldam kind of walk away arm in arm, and you see the bright, blinding light that the Wrong Turns saw when Matriarch opened up her chest to consume them, but was unsuccessful. And you hear the Arch-Existence being pulled into Matriarch as she continues her hunt for Arch-Existences.
This motherfucker.
So that will end us today. I hope we enjoyed kind of the new system a little bit. I know we didn't get to see too much of it, but I hope it was a little fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll probably talk about it off stream more. I hope you enjoyed the little cutaways to the plot, and those will be effective next session. Especially because this is the same day that all the shit happened on episode 8.
Yeah.
So Matriarch had a busy night.
Shit.
And yeah, that's where we're going to end it. So let's go around and do some plugs. Abby, you want to go first?
Sure thing. So hi, I'm Abby. I played Yvette tonight, who is wildly different from any of the other characters I play here. You can catch me normally as Nettle, the halfling paladin bard, for I don't know how much longer she's going to be that way since we're switching systems on Steam Spell, which will be returning eventually for Season 2, as well as Adrian Blackburn, aka Shield Mom, in our regular Agora's Bells games. Also, we have a game tomorrow for Perilous Sun, which I will be in as Dot. So, come hang out. It'll be great. And if you like dice, I make dice. Check out my Twitter.
Sweet. Sam, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I'm Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm a disability advocate and the accessibility director here at the Chromatic Chimera. You can also see me here on Wednesdays in Agora's Bells. And on Mondays, I'm here with No Initiative. We have our finale of Wildmount Daring and Divine this coming Monday. And then starting August 10th, we've just announced that our next season is going to be in the Quest RPG. So come and check it out. It's going to be a really good time. And Friday this week, I'm going to be playing some Dialect over at Journey to Make Believe at 1 p.m. Eastern. So come and watch that if you're around.
Thank you, Lucy.
Hey, I'm Lucy. I'm at Bluebird Draws on Twitter. I post a lot of art and I talk about RPGs. I played Cat Steel in Steam Spell and Brennan Munlielo in Agora's Bells. I run Elsewhere on the first Tuesday of every month using the Clockwork Hearts system, and I also run the Clockwork Hearts podcast. We have been wrestling with the corrupted audio file for literally 2 calendar months. We are working on it, I promise. I think that's it for me.
Yikes. Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, but you probably know me as Mr. Puddins. That's where you can find me on Twitter. Tomorrow, join us at 7 p.m. EST for the 4th episode of Perilous Sun. It is going to be the penultimate episode of the Perilous Sun, the Haunted Warren. If you really like these little interconnecting plot things, Perilous Sun's got that going on too for both Agora's Bells and Steam Spell, but in a science fantasy setting. So definitely, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, come check that out. I usually am the DM of Steam Spell, which is currently on a break, and we're looking at a very potential system change going into Season 2, where we got exciting things on the horizon, and we'll keep everyone up to date as to any changes with Steam Spell going forward. Do check out our sponsors. I'm doing the thing in the Twitch right now. It would help if I spelled sponsors right. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. I'm Chris. Obviously, I was DMing tonight. I run Agora's Bells usually. It was fun to be able to do this little one shot. Again, this was a Shadow of the Demon Lord system that we may or may not convert Agora's Bells to. Again, you all will be the first to know if we make that decision. I didn't mind it, but we're going to talk about it off stream as a cast. And again, we kind of worked some of the more unsavory bits out of it. So it's not as metal as it comes off. But yeah, I play in Steam Spell, I play in Perilous Suns, I play in Elsewhere. You can find me a lot around our streams. And I also run Agora's Bells, of course, like I said, but I will say this one little tidbit. Next session, I think we're down a player, but as an audience, you're not going to want to miss what goes on. That's all I'll say. So.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I won't be there.
Yeah, Alex won't be here, but there's going to be one really, really, really cool thing that happens that I am really excited for. So.
Oh, is that the thing we were talking
Yeah,
about?
don't spoil it.
Okay, I won't.
Don't ruin it, Alex.
So anyways, that was the Skull of Otikis. Have a great night. Thank you all for joining us. I really appreciated all the help in chat, learning rules too, because frankly, I don't know them. So all right, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.